penultimate round of the Life Grand Prix Series sees James Davies and teammate Jeremy Vukler sweep the front row. Van Dijk and Vandermeide on row 2. Vandermeide could insert himself into championship contention with a strong run here today. James Davies might do so as well, but you might notice on row 6, championship leader Dave Wilson will roll off 12th in the grid. There he is, in the Team DP Loans racing car, number 5. So we'll have to keep an eye out for Wilson. Braggia, also Jose Braggia, starts 13th. He as well is in contention for the championship. Will Roberts, there is Matsukane and Generic. Anchor is going to be looking for a little bit better in the Eurobroom car. Maya Blog, there as well. Madunochev in the Foxhound car. And Sam Sun, after that pretty big smash at Phoenix, is ready to go again from 20th on the grid. Algernon Bell in the Zero Force car. Balviernes. Kumetu is on the grid for the Racing for Greece car. Vic Sunset in the Block Monster car. And Dmitry Vitkin, Charlie Jericho, and Angula round out the grid. And of course, the safety car in its wonderful bright yellow color is at the back of the grid. As here we are, ready to go! The semi-final for the Life Grand Prix Series is going. Sam Sun has stalled on the grid in the back of the Aussie Motorsport car number 8. Sam Sun in that blue number 8 car on board with him again, thankfully. No one piled into him on the start, and he has to be thankful for that. As the safety car was right behind him and ready to get him off the track as James Davies leads early. Vukler 2nd. Vandermeide has moved up to 3rd. Arthur's 4th. Young Sung 5th. Rachel Graham up to 6th. Van Dijk has gone backwards. Tenpico's Kickard has moved up. There's Wilson who's moved up to 11th. Howard, Matsukane, Roberts. Generic, Braggia has gone backwards. Maya Blog, Anchor. There's the Foxhound car of Madunochev. Balviernes, Vic Sunset. Algernon Bell in 22nd. Then Friedrich Vukler, Kumetu, Jericho, Vitkin, and Angula rounds out the back of the field. And we've got Charlie Jericho is on fire. Charlie Jericho, the Herbalife car. Looks like that is definitely going to be an early retirement for that entry. As we see, he just started slowing, and then all of a sudden we have fire in the hole at the back. So, I think we've got Wilson in trouble! Big smash for Wilson! The left front is gone on car number 5. Let's see, he came up on Peter Kickard, just cut the corner. Whoa, that was way ambitious, and that's a big, big smash. Dave Wilson, his championship hopes taking a huge, huge hit right there. Oh, I don't think he had brakes at all. I think he realized he didn't have any brakes, and that was a big smash. Is Vukler in trouble? Friedrich Vukler in the one of the L. Smith cars. He also looks like he just overcooked the corner and got it beached in the sand pit, and he's going to go make a sandcastle. I hope he's good at making sandcastles because, his race ends a lot earlier than he would like. He started from the back, so he had to make up a lot of ground early. Oh, and we got a pile up. Peter Kickard, Howard, that's the 2nd race in a row that Kickard has exited very early, and, that's interesting. I didn't know stopping in the middle of the racetrack meant, that you just kind of want to get out of your car and join. Oh! What? Generic just decided to take his wing off. Let's knock off our nose cones in the back of 2 stalled cars. That's a great idea. As, Vic Sunset rolls by, Generic in the Caraxo car was finally informed that he needs a nose cone in order to really compete here. As Anchor in as well. Marky Howard, of course, has retired as Generic leaves the pit lane. And Anchor in the Eurobroom car. Yeah, looks like he's going to leave the pit lane and return to the race as well. Well, if you all witnessed the wonderful race at Phoenix that this series had, there were cars that lost wings and still came home with points. So, believe it or not, these cars aren't out of the hunt yet. As we see Anchor return to the race in car number 33. Roberts, and we got smoke coming out the back of the 47 car. Got a lot of smoke there. Van Dijk is out of it as well. And so we're going to have to see. Looking up the back, Gio Van Dijk is out of it as well. Ramon goes by. Tenpico shows up as he locks up the rear brakes, pulls that thing off the track, and his day is done. Looking back at Kumetu back there. A little bit further back in the field as we've got another car off. We got, whoa, that's Algernon Bell. I was pretty sure it was one of the Caraxo cars. I wasn't sure which one, but that was Algernon Bell on board with one of the Mazzacane cars, Belviernes. So is he just looking at Vic's Sunset up there? As looks like he is. And how did Roberts get all the way back there? As this Braggia's in trouble. Braggia's in trouble as Roberts somehow got behind the wall over there. Will Roberts, that white 47 car, just cuts across, and that's interesting. Will Roberts behind the wall over there as he impacts that pretty heavily after contact with Jose Braggia. He just pulled right in front of Braggia. Jose Braggia nowhere to go but right into the back of him. What on earth was he thinking? Not using his mirrors at all. And that's certainly got to be one of the... I don't understand what Roberts was thinking here, because clearly he's got a mirror on that thing. I don't know why he would have used it, especially when his car is blowing out smoke like that. Now, I'm not sure if he just didn't see Braggia. Now, if that's the case, then I might be being a bit too hard on him. But he just suddenly pulled over, and Braggia really had nowhere to go and pulled right onto the racing line instead of towards the other side of the track, right in front of Braggia. And that was just a big, big impact right there for both drivers. And looking off the back of the 47 car, and proof that these cars have some of the best camera technology ever, because these cameras stayed intact. As the 88 car, Jose Braggia just goes right over the back of Roberts and off the track and out of the race. Belviernes enters the pit lane. A lot of retirements early on, as we see car number 40 in. And he's going to retire that car. It looks like that might have had transmission trouble. As Rachel Graham in trouble in the Sandinista car, as Graham just pulls that car off, way off. Car number 20 is out of it. As we've got Ramon and off the track as well. Looks like he's decided to join Frederick Vukler, who's probably off there making sandcastles. Ramon deciding, hey, that sounds more fun than running in this race. So he must have had some kind of mechanical issue, though, because I don't think he would have just pulled straight off the track like that, but he did just suddenly stop, so it must have been a really sudden problem. Big Sunset losing position to Madunachev right here, and so we got two very dark-colored cars. As Sunset fights back, Madunachev says, no, thank you, you're staying back there, son. As Big Sunset trying to catch up Sunset peeks into Madunachev. And Madunachev got a bit offline, got a bit into the grass, I think, or into the paint, and that might have definitely hurt him right there. Looking on board with Anchor in the 33 car, who's had a troubled day already, and things don't look like they're getting much better because he's a little bit slowed on acceleration over there. He's struggling with the handling of this car as there's Angula flying past him. So Anchor really having a lot of problems with that car as he's bringing it into the pit lane. Car number 33, the Eurogrum car, running back in 15th. But there's not that many cars left in this race. Yeah, and he's in the 33 car, out of the race. We got another car entering pits with a very, very rough sounding engine there. Granted, all of these engines sound pretty rough, so that is kind of a generalization there. Comparatively rough, I guess, is something I should be saying. These are, of course, the life engines in these cars, and to them, reliability is nothing more than a fancy word. That is Kometu into the pit lane. And he's retired as well. Well, anyways, we're on board with Kim Jong-sung, car number 13, running in 5th. He's in the points. And yeah, it looks like he's getting a sign that that car is overheating as Davies goes by to put him a lap down. James Davies has not lost the lead. We haven't mentioned anything about him at all, but Davies absolutely flying. And yeah, so it looks like Kim Jong-sung's bringing that car into the pits. The engine on that car is probably expiring and making a great leap backwards. Team pun unintentional, I guarantee you. On board with the remaining Sandinista car with Arthurs at the wheel. As we got another smoke screen as he pulls that car off. Thankfully, he's a bit more sensible when it comes to pulling your car off of the racetrack. Something that is a bit lost on some drivers in this series. We're on board with Mazzacane, Jose Pablo Mazzacane, bit slow on acceleration there, and again, I think he might be experiencing some cooling issues like his teammate, and he's bringing that car into the pit lane. And yes, Matsukane out of it as well. Generic is off. He was running in 11th place in the Caraxel car, and he looks like he just cooked the brakes a bit too hot and spun it out into the sand trap. Gonna go make sandcastles over there, and Vic Sunset is off. And that is a huge accident for Vic Sunset in the Block Monster car. And I don't think he had any brakes left entering that turn, because see right there, all those tire marks there. I didn't see anything from the right front of the car, so I think there might have been a brake failure on Vic Sunset's car. But that is a huge accident. Thankfully, there was a tire wall there, and I don't know why the marshals had not craned off Dave Wilson's car. As you see there, he tried to enter it in, pitch it in sideways, so that he wouldn't hit the tire wall nose first. And Maya Blog is spun in the number 10 car for Aussie Motorsport. Maya Blog, car number 10, that looks like too much rear brake on that car. And Maya Blog spins late in the game. Very unfortunate for Maya Blog, as James Davies crosses the line to claim his third win in a row and has inserted himself into championship contention, believe it or not, despite missing most of this season. James Davies, a 17-year-old in the Foster's car. Very, very good run for Davies, as he clearly had it over everybody today, led pretty much every lap from wire to wire, waiting for second place to cross the line, and still waiting. As I mentioned before, Davies really managed to kick everyone's teeth in today. So that's Vandermeide behind him. Vandermeide is actually, I do believe, third in the running order, so this could be a while. James Davies, there's Vandermeide in the back. As there's Jeremy Etienne-Vukler, 49 seconds back. I've seen large margins of victory before, but that's quite a margin of victory right there. So James Davies has secured himself another win in this series, as we're waiting for the Jan Vandermeide to cross the start-finish line and to secure the final position on the podium, provided that car actually lasts. There's Jeremy Etienne-Vukler, finally gets himself some screen time. And Vandermeide in the Al Smith car number 71, is going to claim third. Tenpikost had a very quiet day, claims fourth. Madunochev in the Foxhound car claims fifth, car number 190. And Angula from the back of the grid, the Life of Namibia car, claims sixth. Vidkin, seventh, in the other Team of the Workers' Party car. He didn't exactly have the best of days, but at least he managed to finish. So I guess that you can consider that a good day. And those were the only 7 cars running at the finish. Going into the season finale at Eastern Creek, 3 drivers have a realistic chance at the championship. Dave Wilson on 44 points, James Davies on 40, and Jan Vandermeide on 40 as well.